office in a Boeing bond.
NDLEA recovers 4 kilograms cocaine soaked in towels from Brazil returning.
AG set to resume Abuja Cardinal train service December with a rider, national ID card, phone number, conditions to buy tickets.
Girls replace Tinubu to avoid further embarrassment. Atiku's camp tells APC.
Removal of Ekiti speakers violates all legislative rules. Southwest lawmakers.
Federal government set to resume Abuja Kaduna train service December. National ID card, phone number, conditions to buy tickets.
Lamentations as petrol scarcity bites harder. Marketers unable to get supply from private depots, says Ipman.
Qatar 2022 riots in Brazil as Morocco humiliates Belgium.
Croatia sends Canada out.
And these and many more shall come your way after the timeout. Another beautiful morning to all our listeners out there. It's another beautiful Monday, first Monday in office for our new governor in Osun State. And it's on this note, I'm welcoming you to another edition of Headline. My name is Nathaniel Oyegoki, and with me in the studio is...
Good morning, people of Osun.
You forgot to tell them your name.
Yes, I am Olubume Ajiboye Agbola.
Alright, let's go straight to the business of the day.
An unprecedented number of persons from all walks of life on Sunday thronged Osogbo, the Osun State capital, to witness the swearing-in of Senator Ademola Adeleke as the new governor of the state. The multipurpose Osogbo Stadium and adjoining street brimmed with people at the event that had all the trappings of cultural displays and razzmatazz. The ceremony was the climax of a medley of programs that began on Saturday in parts of the state and put together by political associates, friends and supporters, as well as members of the People's Democratic Party in the state. The swearing-in marked a dramatic return of the PDP to power in Osun, almost 12 years of being in the opposition. Another remarkable highlight of the event was that the new governor raised his hands and affirmed the oath of office, and after it was read by the state chief judge, Justice Adekunle Ojo, 5 governors of the PDP, otherwise called the G5, comprising the helmsmen of Oyo, Rivers, Abia, Enugu, and Benue State, Seyi Makinde, Nyesom Wike, Okezekpazu, Dr. Fayin Ngwaye, and Samuel Otom were absent at the historic event. Nonetheless, PDP presidential candidate Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is running mate and governor of Delta State, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, PDP national chairman Senator Yaucha Ayu, chairman PDP Presidential Campaign Council and governor of Sokoto State, Honorable Aminu Tambuwa, Director General of the Council and governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, Godwin Obaseki of Edo State, and Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State were in ground to savor the pervasive ecstasy.
In his inaugural speech, Governor Adeleke ordered immediate freezing of all government accounts in banks and other financial institutions in the state, adding that all appointments made by the outgoing Governor Boyega Oyetola will be reviewed. Adeleke also ordered the immediate reversal to the constitutionally recognized name Osun State. To this end, he directed that all government insignia, correspondences, and signage to henceforth reflect Osun State rather than State of Osun, which he noted was unknown to the Nigerian Constitution. The governor also announced the establishment of a panel to review all appointments and major decisions of the immediate past administration taken after July 17, 2022.
And this is going to be our talking point on today's edition of Headlines, the expectations of the people of Osun State from the new governor, Governor Ademola Adeleke. And what are your expectations and what you wish for the state or for the Osun State? That is going to be our focus on your view segment of the program.
The leader of the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) in the Southwest, Alhaji Adebisi Olokweniyan, has revealed that the presidential candidate of the party, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, has the capacity to end insecurity in the country if elected president in 2023. This was just as he said a coalition of political parties may be formed before the conduct of next year governorship poll in Oyo State, saying they cannot rule out merger of political parties in the run-up to the poll.
A member of the Tinubu Shetima Presidential Campaign Council and Secretary of the Southwest Directorate of the Grassroots Engagement and Orientation, Honorable Kayode Oladele, has said that the 2023 general election should be about electing competent leadership, urging Nigerians to beware of politicians whipping up religious sentiments. The APC leader from Ogun State gave the advice at the weekend at Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, venue of the campaign rally organized by the Tinubu Shetima Presidential Campaign Council. The former chairman, House Committee on Anti-Corruption, observed that true leaders should focus on things that unite the country and attend to issues central to the people's welfare, security, and the well-being.
Camp of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, has advised the All Progressives Congress (APC) to replace its standard bearer, Senator Bola Tinubu, to avoid what it described as further embarrassment. The PDP said its advice came owing to observed gaffes made by Tinubu in the course of his presidential campaigns, with that of Lagos described as the largest gaffe. The PDP said Tinubu, during his campaign in Lagos, mentioned APC instead of PVC, that is permanent voter card. Addressing supporters, Tinubu was quoted as saying, "Do you love me? Do you love me? Go and take your APC and you must vote."
Still on political matters, the Forum of Majority Leaders of State Houses of Assembly in the Southwest Zone has said that the removal of Speaker of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, Honorable Olugbega Aribishogun, violated all statutory provisions of the harmonized rules and standing orders of the Southwest State Houses of Assembly. The lawmakers posited that the purported impeachment contravened the rules governing conduct of plenary with regards to quorum and time, as well as the rules guiding the removal of president officers, speaker and deputy speaker. Especially the majority leader said the removal of Aribishogun was a gross violation of Order 2, Rule 9 of House Rules. The lawmakers made this position known in a communique issued at the end of their quarterly meeting held in Ibadan and signed by Majority Leader, Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable S.O. Agumbiade, his counterpart, Honorable Sojo Adedoyin of Oyo State, Honorable Maruf Olarewaju of Osun State, Honorable Ogumola Sui Uluwole of Ondo State, and Honorable Yusuf Sheriff of Ogun State.
And away from politics to business news, Nigerians, especially motorists and commuters, find Lagos roads from homes to workplaces on a daily basis are expressing disappointment over the current scarcity of the premium motor spirit PMS, popularly known as petrol, saying the suffering is too much. Most of them who spoke with the newsmen lamented the situation, saying the petrol scarcity is getting worse by the day. According to them, if the government wants to increase the official pump price of petrol per litre, it should go ahead to give a room for the product's availability. The scarcity of petrol and long queues have persisted despite the previous assurances by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, marketer, and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Some motorists who queued in one of the filling stations on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway said they abandoned church service on Sunday in search of petrol.
The federal government has extended the resumption date for Abuja-Kaduna train service to December 2022. Speaking on Sunday while inspecting the train facilities in Kaduna, Minister of Transportation Muazu Sabo said that, and I quote, "We are here to assess the state of readiness to train services between Abuja and Kaduna." He explained that measures have been put in place in order to ensure lives and property on the train service are secured. Sabo said the identified security areas in the course of the inspection will be addressed before the train service will resume.
And from there, I move to the hard news. The immediate past Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Yakubu Dogara, has described the internally displaced persons IDP's questions as an indelible stain on Nigerians' conscience, saying as northern leaders, they have failed their people. Dogara made the disclosure while delivering a keynote address titled "The IDP Question as a Stain on Nigeria's Conscience" at the 7th Henable Awards Night organized by a media organization. He pointed out that according to the United Nations Commission for Human Rights, Boko Haram and other non-state armed groups, as well as clashes between herders and farmers, have pushed some 3 million Nigerians as of November 2021 out of their homes, especially in the northeast Nigeria and the country's middle belt, but increasingly also in the northwest Nigeria.
And we sincerely apologize to the esteemed listeners of Headlines on radio, on OSBC Radio 104.5 FM, Oshogbo, Voice of the West, Nigeria, that we will not be able to take your calls on today's edition of the program due to some circumstances beyond our control.
And Governor Rotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State has reiterated the need for the traditional institutions to be actively involved in the fight against insecurity in the country through effective intelligence gathering. Akeredolu stated this at the weekend while presenting staff of office and instruments of appointment to 2 newly elevated traditional rulers, the rest of Oshi Kingdom, Oba Olajide David Okunatu, and the Oja Gabriaka of Ilado community in Akure North local government area of the state.
Authorities of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Kebbi State has disclosed that 67,317 permanent voter cards are yet to be collected by the rightful owners in the state. The resident electoral commissioner in the state, Mr. Ahmed Bello Mahmoud, who disclosed this while fielding questions from reporters in Beni Kebbi, the state capital, at the weekend, said that the commission in the state gives PVCs out to their rightful owners, not by proxy. And now let's move on to crime-related stories. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have arrested a Brazil returnee, Irobute, surname withheld, at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, while trying to smuggle 4 kilograms cocaine soaked in towels and stuffed in his hand luggage into the country. The suspect was arrested on Thursday, November 24, by NDLEA operatives upon his arrival on a Qatar airline flight from Brazil en route to Doha. Also, NDLEA operatives at the weekend disrupted the activities of a major cocaine syndicate in Lagos following the arrest of a 56-year-old suspected trafficker, Lawal, who was on a mission to deliver 400 grams of the Class A drug concealed in a pair of palm sandals in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and the swift follow-up arrest of the wanted notorious kingpin, Wasiu, surname withheld, popularly known as Teacher, who allegedly recruits mules for the cartel.
Two members of the National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW) in Osun State were on Sunday beaten to a pulp by factional members of the union who stormed the state secretariat and motor parks in the state to take over from members who served under the immediate past administration in the state. The factional members stormed the state secretariat of the union, where they attacked the financial secretary, Mr. Sunday Akinwale, with machetes and other dangerous weapons, while a pregnant woman working in the secretariat identified as Tony was reportedly stripped naked after she had her clothes torn.
This is to invite interested applicants that the admission form into the part-time program of Osun State Polytechnic Ire into the Faculty of Engineering, Science, Information and Communication Technology, Environmental Study, Financial Study and Management Study is now available for sale at the rate of 15,500 naira only. Payment can be made with the ATM card of any bank on the institution's website www.ospoly.edu.ng. Before obtaining the form, interested applicants are expected to go to the JAMB office to register for part-time JAMB application form and later obtain OSPOLY part-time program form. For more inquiries, log on to www.ospoly.edu.ng or call 08034007555, 09055063355 and 07059606371. Announcer BM Salawu, Esquire, Registrar.
And now we move to sports. Belgium fans on Sunday violently routed on the streets of Brussels after the country's 2-0 defeat to Morocco in the World Cup. Belgium fans were filmed ripping off the streets of Brussels in anger after the defeat of Sunday. Warring scenes emerged from Belgium's capital, with furious supporters shouting, destroying a red car and setting up fireworks in daylight in their hundreds.
Croatia crushed any hopes Canada had of progressing in Qatar, with the 2018 finalists fighting back after Alphonso Davies got his country off to a flying start by scoring their first ever World Cup goal. Bayern Munich winger Davies put Canada ahead after only 67 seconds, darting into the box and meeting Jaron Buchanan's cross with a towering header in the game's first attack. Croatia did not panic after falling behind, though, and created numerous chances, with the striker Andrej Kramaric seeing a goal ruled out for offside. The former Leicester player did equalize when he found the net with a first-time angled shot from Ivan Perishic's pass, and Marko Livadjana put Croatia ahead with a rasping drive from the edge of the box.
And before we go, there was confusion at the start of Morocco's World Cup clash with Belgium on Saturday after goalkeeper Yassine Bounou was named in the starting lineup and sang the national anthem but was replaced moments before kickoff. Reports say Bounou highlighted a high problem at the last second, leading to a late call-up for Mounir El Khajo. Commentators initially failed to spot the change. However, by the time players were lining up for the pre-match team photo, Bounou had disappeared. And today's fixtures in World Cup: Cameroon will be playing against Serbia, South Korea will take on Ghana, Brazil will be playing against Switzerland, while Portugal will be playing against Uruguay. And with that report on sport, we've come to the conclusions of today's edition of Headlines. Tomorrow is another day when you are going to meet our colleagues. And on behalf of our executive producer,
Abimbola Babatunde,
our producer is Moturayo Aligbayo. My name is Nathaniel Oyegoki, and with me in the studio is
Olubome Ajiboye Agbuola.
Say thanks for listening
and good morning.
It's entertaining. It's educating, really informative, qualitative news as it breaks. It's OSBC Radio 2, 104.5 FM. Numero uno south of the Sahara, voice of the West.
OSBC Radio la Wi-Fi 104.5 la Femando. Forward ever, backward never. It's a point on the Z. OSBC Radio la Wi-Fi 104.5 la Femando. Forward ever, backward never. Ever no fui ruin asiko tani baba. Awani, ipolo ọjà tala fifu. Awani, aṣáájú tó tó fún ni lóye. Awani, awalagba no controversy. OSBC Radio làwọn fẹ́ o. 104.5 la fẹ́ máa gbọ́. Forward ever, backward never. It's a boy to the sea. 104.5 awalaga awaloga adaoki shagbe nice 104